Hi, I'm Kathy with Suddenly You. Welcome back to part 2 of our Step Into Your Financial Power Challenge. Last time we talked about assets, those items that you own. Today we're going to talk about liabilities, and this is what you owe. So, hopefully you printed out this financial power cheat sheet, and here in the liability column is the differentiation from what you did last time. So let's just jump right into the liabilities. What would you owe money for? Well, here we're going to start with mortgage, vacation house, vehicles, all those different cars and trucks and motorcycles and a boat maybe that you own. Well, we also have items that are called personal loan, student debt, medical debt, items that a lot of Americans have on their minds right now. They're tough to pay. It's important to add these into this liability listing. Well, next is credit cards. Credit cards, I have 4 line items for them. A lot of Americans have more than 3 credit cards. So I've given you 4 lines. Squeeze it in. If you've got more than 4 credit cards, you got to get them all down. Next on the list is the buy now, pay later loans. We wrote a blog on these. It's a newer type of an installment loan that you can get when you buy items. You might see this when you go into one of your Amazon accounts or department store accounts to buy. It'll be offered by something like Affirm or Klarna. Read our blog, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that when we get to the next columns. I added another, because I don't know all the kinds of debts that you might have. It's important to get them all down. We want a comprehensive list of what you owe, and then we have a total line. Well, as before, you have a column owed. So just check mark real quickly which of these liability types that you actually have. I'm sure they're on your mind. These are monthly pay kinds of debts, so you really are pretty quick with, yes, I know I have those. Check mark fast. The next item is details. Like our asset sheet, you want to write a little bit of something for these. What's the mortgage on? Where's the property on that vehicle? Which is the vehicle that has the loan? High five. You might have a vehicle that's already paid off. It's always a great feeling to take care of a loan and drive that car without any debt on it. The credit cards, you want to look at who issued them. Is it an airline? Is it a hotel? Is it a straight Visa, MasterCard, American Express? But we want to keep it straight when we get to the next 2 columns. Which credit card or which loan are we talking about? The next column, it might feel a little bit of a downer. We're going to talk about actually getting down on this piece of paper the amount that is due. For a mortgage and your vehicle types, you'll see generally on a statement what is still outstanding. Credit cards, every time that you get your monthly statement, you're going to see amount due. Put the total amount due. Don't put the minimum amount due, put the total amount due in this column. So now we're going to get to our last column, which is interest rate. Interest rate is going to be an eye-opener for a lot of people because interest rates for the assets that have security to them, i.e. your home and your vehicles, you will see that your interest rate is lower. For the items that it's just basically an IOU to the lender, personal loans, student loans, the medical debt, and all these credit cards, interest rates could be very high. It'll depend upon your credit score for sure, but you might find your credit card could have an interest rate as high as 30%. Medical debt oftentimes carries an interest rate as high as 30%. For those credit cards, on that last page of your statement, you will see a chart that shows you exactly the interest rate that you are paying. Put that down on this piece of paper. Then you're going to total up all the amounts due. This is really important because what we're trying to get in this step, and that first step, is a holistic view of your financial profile. So this is a little bit more time consuming because it's very, very number oriented, but please do it. Because when we get to stage 3, which is next time, we're going to work through what is my financial net worth and some really cool steps that you can take to improve your financial confidence with Suddenly You.